Hello, how you doing? How you doing? My name is Antonio. My YouTube page is Unapologetically Black, ADOS. I ask that you like and subscribe to the page. Today, what I want to talk to you about is you're witnessing the decivilization of America today. Nancy Pelosi burned this to the Republicans, but it is the Europeans and the collective that support this decivilization of America. And black Americans who having too much faith in white America is not preparing themselves for the fall of America. Europeans have turned the White House into the Coliseum. American politics have now become a blood sport.
You said, to your point today, House Republicans will vote to send a resolution to impeach President Biden to the Homeland Security and Judiciary Committees. The resolution charges Biden with high crimes and misdemeanors over his handling of the southern border.
So it's about policy they don't like?
Yep. It was introduced by Colorado Congresswoman Lauren Boebert. She had wanted to hold an immediate floor vote, but Speaker Kevin McCarthy urged her to go through the committees that are investigating the president. Boebert says she's fine with going through the process, but won't give up her fight, telling reporters last night if her proposal doesn't advance out of committee like she was promised, she will, quote, bring a privileged resolution every day for the rest of my time here in Congress. Thank you, Lauren Boebert. Meanwhile, as Joe mentioned, Congresswoman Boebert and her Republican colleague, Marjorie Taylor Greene, were involved in a heated exchange on the House floor yesterday. During the argument, Greene cursed Boebert out. Multiple sources tell the Daily Beast the two were fighting over Boebert's resolution to impeach President Biden. Greene had also filed articles of impeachment, but Boebert leveraged a procedural tool to force a vote on her resolution within days. Now, Greene says the Colorado representative copied her legislation. Boebert denies that allegation. She told the Daily Beast, quote, Marjorie is not my enemy. Joe Biden and the Democrats are destroying our country. My priority are to correct their bad policies and save America. Greene also acknowledged the feud, telling Semaphore she told Boebert exactly what she thinks of her. Greene says Boebert only introduced the resolution for fundraising, saying, quote, it's throwing out red meat so that people will donate to her campaign because she's coming up to the end of the month.
I mean,
Marjorie Taylor Greene, Logie Boebert fight and race to impeach President Joe Biden is just a indication of the decivilization of America. In that fight, something else Marjorie Taylor Greene said should be very revealing. She said Logie Boebert wanted to impeach Joe Biden in order to throw out red meat for her base. So she is suggesting that the Republican base are cannibals and they are carnivores, right? This is what she is suggesting. Or we would say carnival cannibals. They're willing to eat their own, right? And they do this under the illusion that the Democrats have empowered black people, but black people have not been empowered. But the whites who run the flag under Democrats have been empowered using black support. But black support Democrats because the attack and the vil and vitriol nature of the Republicans towards black people leaves us no alternative. So, but black people, what we have to understand, you're witnessing America preparing to fall. You're seeing these Europeans decivilizing right before your eyes. You have to understand they took on your identity for as long as they possibly could. they have been able to shed a mirage of civilization. That's only because blacks have ceased to fight our oppression. Anytime blacks have opposed their oppression, then their uncivilized nature comes out. You have to understand the institution of slavery could only be committed by a group of people who are uncivilized, who have a lack of humanity for another group of people. You have to understand when the Reconstruction period came about and the lynchings and all that came about, these were uncivilized people who any success or progress from black people brought hatred of, created hatred in their heart. The civil rights, you had the police department spraying water holes, sicking dogs on women, children, elderly men. These Europeans are not civilized. They've been able to mask themselves as civilized. But anytime you oppose your oppression, their uncivilized behavior comes out. There's no way possible you can say that the officer kneeling on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes was a civilized human being, but yet he gained mass support from white people. You're not going to say that the white man choked the black man out on the train because he said he was hungry and he would go to jail to warm up and to eat. You cannot tell me this white man is civilized. You cannot tell me George Zimmerman is civilized. You cannot tell me Kyle Rittenhouse, who came there to kill people, to protect buildings, people who was protesting, a police officer kneeling on a man's neck for 9 minutes. Anyone who was opposed to that protest was not civilized. Anytime you oppose your oppression, their uncivilized ways come out. Stop allowing them to mask themselves as civilized people. Stop hiding who you are as black people. Stop denying yourself. Stop being great as black people.